Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I was going to do a different video today, but with this whole GameStop, Reddit, uh, hedge fund type of thing going on in the stock market right now, I thought it's pretty interesting, and I'd like to share it with you if you haven't heard about it already. So I'll just start off by saying I am by no means a financial advisor. I'm not recommending you buy this stock at all. I'm just bringing it up because it's related to games. GameStop is I'm sure all of you know, well, at least in North America, you'll know who GameStop is, the company. And if you don't, in North America, they are a retail store for video games. Used to be big on PC and console. Now it's mostly just console, but not just games, but game paraphernalia as well. There's probably a GameStop in your town, in your mall. And with the recent pandemic going around the world right now, retail has taken a major hit. So I'll just give you the story as I understand it. So earlier in the year, I believe it was like April or so, these hedge fund companies started to short GameStop. And from what I understand, shorting is basically you buy a stock hoping that it's going to go down in price. And then for some reason, I'm not quite technically sure how it works, they make money off of it. And what ended up happening is they bought more and more and more of the stock so the company, GameStop, is not able to go out and even get a loan because they're being squeezed out of the market. So what ended up happening was in about, I think it was August, it was announced that this guy, Ryan Cohen, bought shares in GameStop. And why is that interesting? Because this is the guy who created Chewy. Chewy is an online retailer of pet supplies, pet food, stuff like this. They were in that niche of pet supplies. They were only, he built the company up so only Amazon was above them, which is pretty impressive. To the point where he sold the company, I believe it was in 2017, he sold it to PetSmart for over $3 billion. So what's interesting about this is he bought into the company. This is a guy who knows how to sell product digitally. Very interesting. So he bought in August. Then what happened was in December, he bought 9 million more shares. So if we look at this graph and we zoom in, so in December, it went from, if we look back here, you can see here, he kind of, it's like it basically way back in August, it was trading in the $4 range, $4 or $5. Then when he announced it, it went up. And then if we go, into later in the year, into November, December, obviously the two consoles coming out, that obviously helped sales as well. But then he also bought 9 million more shares in December, and he appointed two people to the board. So he himself and two people to the board of directors of GameStop. And these three people were both instrumental in taking Chewy to what it became. So that was a very good sign, but still $17, So what ended up happening was that hedge fund company doubled down. They bought more and more because they wanted to squeeze GameStop out of the market. Now, what I find fascinating about this story, aside from that it's GameStop, that Reddit, these guys here, these WallStreetBets guys, they got wind of this and they realized that they could beat out these hedge fund guys. They realized that these hedge funds, there was two of them, I believe, they were it was extremely risky what they were doing. So what they ended up doing was they banded together with, this is quite a, there's 3.3 million people in this. They banded together and decided to buy this stock. And then yesterday, Elon Musk even tweeted about it. So what ended up happening? Look at this. This stock, if we look here, is up today almost $200. $200. To the point where, if this keeps going, I'm sure they're going to shut it down. They're going to halt trading. Anyway, I'm not going to get into the political aspect of it, but there are people on the internet that kind of side on the hedge fund that say this isn't right. My personal view, listen, what's good for one is good for anybody. So if Reddit can gather together and save a company like GameStop, all the more power to them. Anyway, I found it. I hope you find this interesting. I'm sure I'm missing out the finer details. I'm not a financial guy at all. And again, I'm not recommending you go buy this stock, because now that the word is out, it's probably too late. But I still find the story pretty fascinating, and it is related to games. And the fact that you got Reddit involved and Elon Musk involved, and this thing went through the roof. I think this one Reddit post kind of sums up. Anyway, I'm not going to read it out loud, but you can clearly see it on your screen here. What's good for one is good for the other. That's my opinion. So anyway, this isn't anything to do with Steam at all. I just found it a very cool story that's related to games. And I wanted to talk about it because it's literally happening right now. Like I said, don't go in and necessarily do your research if you do want to participate in this. But the fact that it's all over the news, Elon Musk is tweeting about it. The cat's out of the bag, if you will. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed it. I found the story pretty interesting. Feel free, I'll leave the links to the different articles in the description if you want to check them out. And if you did enjoy it, leave a like. I really appreciate it. Take care. Bye-bye.